Hi everyone, I'm Stacy with Mental Health Society of Greater Victoria. Today we're happy to welcome Josef, founder of Surkeus Records, here today. Josef, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Stacy. It's an honor to be here.
So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, a little background in what you do?
Well, my name is Josef. I'm a musician and an author first and foremost, but I also host a radio show called Eyes on Wax on CFUV 101.9 FM. You can hear that every Monday from noon till 2. I showcase indie music and indie musicians from across Canada in all genres on that show. I also curate an indie music blog parallel to the radio show called Eyes on Wax, so you can find it at www.eyesonwax.com. But the main reason I'm here is because I run a Victoria-based indie music label / artist alliance and community called Surkeus Records that currently represents 15 amazingly talented artists from across Canada, and our roster is still growing.
Sounds like you're really busy.
I was just talking to somebody about this today. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. It doesn't feel like work if you're doing what you love. So I love working with artists. I love being around music, creating music. This is my passion. So it's all good.
That's so great. And you're so right. If you love what you do, then it's how can it be work?
Exactly.
So how did Surkeus Records come to be?
So Surkeus Records originally started as an offshoot project from another label that I'm still somewhat involved with called Factual Records, but Factual Records is a genre-specific label. So about 2 years ago, I really wanted to diversify Factual and start putting out albums by artists in other genres that interest me. So I decided to start Surkeus and make it open to any and all genres. And that was, a couple of years ago. So at the time, I just kind of wanted to release a couple of my friends' albums and a project that I was working on at the time. But in the last 2 years, it's kind of taken on its own life force, to be honest. And it's fantastic because that life force is very much based on this strong sense of like artistic community, collaboration between all the artists on the label that we represent, as opposed to a traditional record label, which is pretty much all about the dollars and cents at the end of the day. And now getting involved with fundraising efforts and with organizations like yours, it's just going so well, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
That's so great. That's so great to hear. Can you tell us a little bit about the fundraising and donations that you guys have done so far and that you're looking to do?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're just wrapping up a month-long fundraiser for two great organizations. One is called Music Heals. They're based out of Vancouver. Music Heals raises funds to increase access to music therapists in children's hospitals, senior centers, dementia wards, palliative care, AIDS and HIV programs. I'm just reading my list here. Sorry. At-risk youth rehabilitation, bereavement support. They're doing amazing work, literally bringing the healing power of music to vulnerable people all across Canada. So we're very happy to be helping them. And the other organization that we're currently working with is called Solid Outreach. They do some amazing frontline work here in Victoria. They provide drug checking, food banks, safe consumption sites. They provide access to various community resources. But this is what I wanted to talk about most importantly. What they do is offer marginalized people a safe place to be, a place to rest, to socialize, and just feel like they're welcome. They're welcomed and part of a community. And I think that's the most important first step in anybody's recovery process. So it was April 14th when we launched the first Surkeus Records merch line. Like there's t-shirts, hoodies, masks, shopping bags. And we decided to give 100% of the proceeds for the first month from all of our merch sales and our album sales to these two amazing organizations. Another thing that we just wrapped up with is Love Tooth Virtual Music Festival. We just helped organize and promote that. That was last weekend, May 7th and 8th. It was a 2-day virtual music festival featuring 11 artists from across Canada. 100% of the proceeds that were raised were given back to the artists as an effort to support musicians that have been affected by the pandemic. And we had some other really great community partners for that festival, like CFUV 101.9 FM and Mile Zero Coffee Company, both from right here in Victoria. So go check those guys out, show them some support as well.
That's incredible. You guys are doing so amazing, not just, with the records and the artists, but giving back to the community. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. It's great. I'm just happy to be a part of it, and honestly, just doing whatever we can to help these great organizations just keep functioning, keep doing what they're doing. And yeah, it feels really good.
Now, can you tell us how you heard about the Mental Health Society and what sort of, I guess, ignited you to get involved?
How did I hear about the Mental Health Society? To be honest, it was through social media. I've had a lot of extremely difficult personal and professional experiences lately that really compel me to dig deeper into local mental health resources. So I came across the Mental Health Society and I saw some of the great things that you guys are doing. I knew I had to reach out and I wanted to show love and support. And I just wanted to mention that mental health, in my opinion, it just covers such a wide spectrum of a person's well-being, not only a person's sense of being able to like manage life on a daily basis, but their sense of safety, their ability to handle issues like online harassment, which I'm learning is a big thing these days as we all spend more time online, personally and professionally. People with addictions, depression, and anxiety, coping with the pandemic, work-life balance, financial stress, social stress, lack of social connection. It all falls under this mental health category, and it's just like such a big part of our lives that I think gets ignored or mishandled or not handled at all until it's too late. So I think what you guys are doing is just super important.
Well, thank you. And I'm so glad you brought that up because when, there still is that stigma around mental health and what people perceive it to be, but it really affects everyone in some form or another.
It really does. Nobody's immune to it. No matter how many positive affirmations you repeat or mantras you say or meditations you do, there's still so much happening around us on a daily basis that taking care of your mental health should be running parallel as most important thing, side by side with your physical health. You have to take care of it. And if you don't, things can spiral out of control too quickly sometimes.
Yeah, most definitely. Can you tell us a little bit about the partnership with Surkeus and the Mental Health Society coming up?
Absolutely. We've got some really exciting things planned for this fundraiser. We're looking at early June as a start date for this focused fundraiser with the Mental Health Society. Number one thing that we're going to do is a lot of the artists on the label have been kind enough to send us songs relating to or relevant to mental health issues, and we're going to include them on a very special compilation album curated specifically for this fundraiser. It's going to be available as a full album download or individual track download on our Bandcamp page. So, and we might make some CDs of the compilation as well. We'll see what happens. Either way, all the proceeds from that compilation album are going to be directly donated to the Mental Health Society. And also this one I'm really excited about. We're going to be partnering with a local coffee roaster on a custom Surkeus blend of coffee that will be available in stores through online orders, and and proceeds from that will be going to the Mental Health Society. So we're very excited to announce all of that officially very soon.
Amazing. That sounds great.
Yeah, we're super excited. Can't wait.
Yeah, so are we. That's incredible. So where can someone go to buy merch and eventually the CD and coffee?
The coffee, we're gonna have to announce that a little later when the details get ironed out. But for merch and albums, you can go to surkeusrecords.com, SURKEUS records.com. That's our website. There's a link to our shop there. You can buy merch as well as physical albums. But if you're in Victoria and you're watching right now, you can also visit Cavity Curiosity Shop on Douglas Street. Vinyl Envy is on Quadra, Ditch Records on 4th Street, or Supreme Echo Records on Government Street. Government Street, sorry, and you can get tapes and CDs by musicians on the label. And I also want to mention that anybody watching, I encourage you to go check out the artists on our website, stream and download some of their music from their Bandcamp pages. These are all great, amazing people putting out some really good music, and we'd all appreciate your support in that sense.
That's incredible. Did you just say that there's cassettes for sale?
Surkeus Records started as a small run cassette release label, to be honest. I'm a huge tape fan. If I could turn my camera to the left right now, you'd see I've got a wall full of cassettes. Yeah, so we dub, duplicate, manufacture all of our own cassettes and CDs in our studio here in Victoria. So whenever a new album comes out, we usually do a short run on cassette as well as CD.
Very cool. I still have a couple cassettes, I can admit that. Not a wall, but I still have a few.
You know, the cassette revival is a real thing. That it's coming back. It's kind of like vinyl. You can't replicate that tape sound on CD or digitally. It's got its own unique flavor, and a lot of people are still still very much interested in that, myself included. So
Very cool. Well, is there anything else that you wanted to add that I haven't touched on?
do you mind if I talk more about the artists on the label and kind of what the label
Yes,
does?
please do.
Okay, so I'll try to keep it quick and brief, but I just wanted to shout out the artists on the label before going forward. We've got 15 amazing professional Canadian artists on our label, everywhere from Victoria, Vancouver Island, Gabriola, Vancouver, Squamish, musicians in Ottawa, throughout Ontario. Check out surkeusrecords.com for more music and more info. So if you're watching, shout out to Aaron Wilder, Alice Bell, Bruce Enlow, Kat Madden, Charles Kilders, Elle Wolf, Emily Malloy, Fen Rackett, Jeremiah Brooklyn, Joshua Wood, Michael Wilford, Sale Cassidy, Sola, and the Hex. And yeah, one of the things I wanted to bring up is, like, it's really important for us as a label when we bring artists on. We really look for artists that share this sense of community and see the value of being involved in an artistic community like this one. Like, everybody on the label is happily lifting each other up, and there's a lot of collaboration and cross promotion going on between label mates, like not just from the label side. So positive, good vibes. The mentality of like giving back to each other in the community is something that we're looking for in all the artists that we bring on. So that's not to say that the music isn't dark at times. Like my music's dark a lot. But I just wanted to say, like, an artist's expression is just an imprint that they create at a specific moment in their lives. It's not like a complete representation of who they are as a person. You know what I mean? All these people are amazing, light bringing people. And I definitely recommend that you check out their tunes. I also want to say thank you to you, Stacey, to Mental Health Society, all of the great organizations out there that are doing this amazing frontline work, bringing light and love into this world that can feel like really dark at times, really uncertain. Surkeus Records and everyone here, we just want to let you know that the arts and music community see what you're doing. We appreciate it. We're happy to help out any way we can. And again, if you're watching, and if you know anybody who's dealing with a mental health crisis, or you're dealing with a mental health crisis or concern, don't hesitate to reach out, talk to somebody. The resources are out there. Help is available. Peace and love and light. Have a great day. That's it.
Thanks so much for being with us today, Josef. Many great words said there, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much for having me, Stacey. Take care.